Hey friends, Sheree here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Sheree. Well, I got in some new green stocks specifically for the greenhouse, and I figured I'd unbox and set them up with you all. So let's get these boxes open. All right, so here they are. Isn't this a gorgeous color? And I think this is gonna just be so cheery in the fall and winter to come out here and see this pop of color. Yeah, so I'm going to go out into the garden now and fill all these tiers with their soil. This one here is the 7-tier lettuce. So I'm gonna likely put herbs and lettuces in here, things, that have shallow roots. And then I got 2 5 tiers with the deeper pockets, so I can grow whatever I want pretty much in here, as far as like peppers, even root vegetables. And so yeah, I'll sit down and figure out, and I've grown all those things in my other green stocks. All right friends, so we're out here, just have them right outside the greenhouse on the lawn. I do want to get this done out here because I can hose it all down and then take tier by tier into the greenhouse. So yeah, this color is just stunning. I'm low-key tempted to get some to have outside now that I see how beautiful they are out here. We'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. So these things are filled. I did put some slow-release granular organic fertilizer in these larger ones because of the kind of crops that I'm going to grow in. The lettuce ones, I'm not putting anything in there because, the potting mix and raised bed soil already has enough, natural nutrition in it for those fast-growing leafy greens. They don't need a lot, so I'm not going to put anything in here to start with those. I used 2 bags to fill these 7 smaller tiers, so that's a total of 4 cubic feet of soil. And then it took me 4 bags to fill these 10 deeper ones, so that was 8 cubic feet. So every brand is gonna compress down a little bit differently. I haven't watered this in yet, so I might need to top some of these off, but this is a little bit more of a denser raised bed and potting mix compared to some others that I have used where they're really light and fluffy, and they also kind of compress more. So just wanted to share that in case anyone was interested, and in case you want to use this Kellogg soil to fill your green stocks. It gives you at least a ballpark of how many bags you'll need to pick up. All right, I'm going to get this all mixed in, watered in, and get these into the greenhouse so I can sow some seeds. All right, so I pulled some more herbs that I bought. I'll link to that herb. I purchased some herbs, some things that I can't grow from seed, plus some things, just some extras, because even though I've started a lot of herbs from seed, they are for my 2 main outdoor gardens. I originally wasn't planning on having this many green stalks in this new green stock to play, in this new greenhouse rather, to play with. But now, since I have all this space, and I just have a lot of space in here, it's just a way bigger greenhouse than my previous one, I want to go ahead and just try to grow out a lot of stuff, as well as use this for a place to start new seeds. So yeah, I'm going to get these transplanted, and then I'm going to, after I decide where I'm going to put these, then I'll pull the seeds, and I'm going to do the rest of the pockets with direct seed sowing. Okay, let's get my gifts open and see what seeds were in these 2 packets. The packet has stickers, and this is interesting. It's called Bug Hunt, a concentrate de-stressor. I'll read more about that. I'm assuming this is something, this looks like a plant antioxidant that you put in water when it's feeding time or transplanting time. I'll read about that later. Okay, this one has another sticker and then some early jalapeno peppers. And then pepper sticker. So I think I'm going to direct seed sow these, and we'll see, you know, if they will grow in fruit before the end of my season, which theoretically it should be extended in this greenhouse. So that'll be a nice test to see. And then I got the herbs placed that I brought in this 4-pack of ever-bearing strawberries. I'm going to put some of these in the GreenStalk, and then I will be pulling some runners from my garden, from my perennialized strawberries. We'll go out to the garden and we'll get some of those. But let's get these placed first. All right, friends, so I have pulled the first round of seeds that I'm going to sow. I have a mixture of crops here. I have more stuff I'm going to grab, but I'm going to start with these with the placement, and then we'll do a second round. All right, friends, so here are all the seeds that I sowed into these 3 green stalks along with some of the herbs. I'm going to do a little count of the different varieties and put that on the screen, and I'll be back to share updates with you throughout the next few weeks, month. So make sure you're subscribed if you are interested in seeing how these things grow in the green stalks in a greenhouse. So I'm going to get everything watered in real good and get my seeds put away, and I'll be back to see y'all soon.